Chief Minister Nongtom Biren says action will be taken for corruption-related complaints within 15 days after a complaint is lodged. World Homeopathy Day observed across the state, marking the 267th birth anniversary of Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Hahnemann. Manipur reports 7 new COVID-19 cases for recovery and no fatality in 24 hours. COVID recovery rate stands at 98.42%. And India adds 1,054 fresh COVID-19 cases, 1,258 recoveries and 29 deaths in 24 hours. And Christian community observed Palm Sunday across the state. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now, the news in details. Chief Minister Nongtom Biren said appropriate action will be taken on corruption-related complaints within 15 days. A complaint is lodged. He warned of booking every individual who is found involved in practicing corruption. He said this during the opening ceremony of the 5-day-long Liklam 2022 Sports and Cultural Meet, which is organized by Manipur University Students' Union, MUSU. Speaking further, Nongtom Biren gave assurance that recruitment of government jobs will be conducted without corruption. Addressing the occasion, the Chief Minister called upon collective efforts in uprooting corruption from the society. He encouraged the masses to inform the corruption cell and vigilance and anti-corruption cells set up by state government in case of government employees and stopped practicing corruption. He asserted that complainant will receive a positive reply from relevant authorities within 15 days. Nongtom Biren also underlined on the role of student community in fighting against corruption. He also appealed to students to come forward and having a dialogue with government representatives if they are not happy with the government. He also gave assurance on informing the center regarding the shortage of Manipur University and his government working towards removing Assam rifle from the university at the earliest. The Chief Minister also handed over Rs 5 lakh to MUSU on the occasion. Manipur University Vice Chancellor Professor and Lokendra, Dean of Manipur University Students' Welfare Dr. L. Vishwanath, Manipur University Teachers Association President Professor Devananda S. Ningthauja and the Kudai MLA Susindro attended the event.
Laiba anova government BJP 2 lakpagaloina now. I assurance ma pijagi madudi any government gi service khanba matamda totally all will be based on merit karingma makalam taki corruption da sangal lo hebse masi mai ngasi mayam dai thaja pijarumge ai gi office ta CM office ta anti corruption cell gi effectively deal to boy anana boy damakta IG magi makha da madu ikoi thamabani telephone mobile number public to open with any evidence. Kana guman madu kumada taba khangba leragadi with evidence without any hesitation. Bibiro madu gaikoi just within 15 days. Madugi positive reply. Madu kari no habadu tigalaga report pin na bigi koi function ai koi manpower na singba same saraga koi function to horobani.
Directorate of Ayush and State Ayush Society Manipur world jointly observed the World Homeopathy Day today, marking the 267th birth anniversary of Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Hahnemann, the founder of homeopathy. The day was marked on the theme "The People's Choice for Wellness" at the Sangai Hall of Hotel Imphal. Attendees paid floral tribute to the photo of Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Hahnemann during the occasion. Speaking on the sideline, Director of Ayush Dr. A. Guneshwar said homeopathy has been contributing in treatment of various ailments and for the well-being of humankind. He stressed on the present generation taking benefits from homeopathy and government working towards promoting homeopathy.
Government of the India, particularly Ayush Department, 2019 the policy India 12,500 Ashigumba Health and the Wellness Center de Ayushki Wagadabani Haibani. Aduna Masigi Nungi Waiba Wakalondi, number 1. Lajariba Equagi system chingase public da homeopathic kanaba, Masina Tawangamba, Loinona Pesha, Isang Changana Equator, Lajariba Hidaksing Amasung system singasina promote Tauragadi, Swadanaba, Equa Anabaze, Pahanbagaloina, economy the boost of Gani Haibani.
Indian Homeopathic Medical Association's Manipur State Chapter also marked the 267th World Homeopathy Day at Iboyaima Shumang Lila Sanglan in Palace Compound, Imphal. In connection to this, the former Deputy Director of the Ministry of Ayush Central Council for Research in Homeopathy, Dr. N. Veer Kumar, stressed on all-out efforts in enhancing homeopathy treatment. On the other hand, Managing Director of Rural Homeopathy Mobile Clinic, Dr. Okram Jet, expressed concern on the emergence of homeopathy in the state. Jet called upon homeopathic doctors establishing a private hospital for homeopathy in the state.
Manipur Delhi why they should be first doctor do never, have a doctor do never. Manipur to Weaba, the Hudava, a labor doctor, attending doctor, do not person the patient convinced of the Gigi, another Amapan Pesaman level, and Pesaman may say, Maroma single Pesa Salini.
Appointing Manipur de homeopathy said, appointing no one over the software point user. Appointing government sector or oil, taking a high method, appointing unemployed youth homeopaths, young club.
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC has slammed the centre's decisions to include Hindi subject as compulsory subject from class 1 to class 10 in schools of the 8 northeast states, including Manipur. MPCC alleged the decision is an attempt to uproot the culture, tradition and religions of ethnic communities in northeast region. Speaking to media today at the Congress Bhavan in Imphal, MPCC President K. Meghachandra said MPCC will never accept the announcement made by Union Home Minister Amit Shah on making Hindi subject compulsory from class 1 to class 10 in all northeast states based on the resolution of 37th Parliamentary Language Committee during the Parliament session. He said the decision will affect the state largely. He went on to say that inclusions of the Manipuri language in the 8th schedule will have no meaning and diversity of northeast states will not exist anymore if the Hindi subject is made compulsory in the school. He maintained that the centre not announcing Hindi subject compulsory in schools of southern India shows that BJP government's decision is an attempt to convert northeast region as a land of Hindi-speaking people. Meghachandra also expressed displeasure on some tribal communities of the northeast converting their script to Devanagari.
Northeast states in Sikhak, including Manipur, Sikhakta Hindi compulsory uhingani haibasi. Aikoigi Northeast states in Amadi Manipur si aikoyamna. Koigi lairiba tongan but cultures, traditions, mayam singsi. Mutana navigi adigumba pandam amani haine kuna lawi. Hindu gi oiba imperialism gi wakhalona ma Hindu gi oiba dharma chalhanba Hindi ngang basi compulsory ngang da bayadi hai basi angle khuding makte attack torok podona thokpa BJP gi wakhalon se ai khoi yaning de masi cultural terrorism makhalamani haina Congress party na lawi.
Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been ousted as the country's Prime Minister after losing a no-confidence vote. Opposition parties were able to secure 174 votes in the 342-member National Assembly in support of the no-confidence motion last midnight. PMLN's Ayaz Sadiq, who was chairing the session of the National Assembly, announced that 174 members have recorded their votes in favor of the resolution. Consequently, the resolution for the vote on no confidence against Imran Khan has been passed by a majority. Imran Khan has become the first Prime Minister of the country to be removed by a no-thrust vote. After announcing the results, Ayaz Sadiq gave the floor to PMLN President Sahib Sharif, who is the joint opposition's candidate for the post of Prime Minister. It may be mentioned that minutes before the vote began, National Assembly Speaker Asad Quashir, along with Deputy Speaker Qasim Suri, resigned. The new Prime Minister of the country will be decided today when the National Assembly reconvenes. Earlier yesterday, the session called for a no-confidence motion against Imran Khan was adjourned multiple times before voting could take place. Palm Sunday is celebrated across churches in Manipur today to commemorate Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem before he was arrested and crucified. On his arrival, disciples of Jesus Christ extended him a grand welcome by waving palm leaves, which denotes victory of the good over the evil. Hundreds of Christians marched through streets with palm leaves in their hands in different places of the state to celebrate the beginning of Holy Week. RBCC-CCI also observed the Palm Sunday at MBC Church in Imphal. Around 200 students took out Holy March from the MBC Church till the Thou ground in Thangwaibund, Imphal. Participants chanted the Hebrew words Hosanna, Hosanna, expressing joy and praising Lord Jesus Christ. In connection to this, pastor of RBC-CCI, Reverend Jajo, said Palm Sunday is observed across the globe with a belief that the rebirth of Jesus Christ has eased suffering and pain from the humanity. Palm Sunday was also observed across Mori today. Christian communities in border town Mori marched through the street carrying palm leaves on their hand starting from the early morning. They also chanted slogans on Hosanna, Hosanna, the Hebrew words, to mark the entrance of Lord Jesus Christ in Jerusalem. Manipur reported 7 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 190 samples tested in the last 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 3.7%. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Rooms, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur are 137,143. Active cases are 49. There is no COVID-related death reported in the past 24 hours. Death toll remains at 2,120. 4 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours. Total recovered cases stands at 134,992. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 98.42%. Pediatric Association of Manipur and Pediatric Department of Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JANIMS, jointly organized a one-day workshop on National Tuberculosis Elimination Program today at the JANIMS Conference Hall. The workshop was carried out under the sponsorship of Central Tuberculosis CTB, Ministry of Health and Family. Speaking on the workshop, the JANIMS Director L. Devend said all the department working under the health sector need a concrete efforts to completely eliminate the tuberculosis globally. A panel discussion on the issues of the frequent attack on doctors and healthcare providers was held today. Indian Medical Association Manipur state branch organized a program in the wake of the death of a gynecologist, Dr. Archana Sharma in Rajasthan. Dr. Archana reportedly committed suicide after an FIR was filed against her for the death of a patient. Manipur Human Rights Commission acting chairperson Khaidem Mani, Human Rights Alert Director Bablu Loitombam, ADGP of Manipur Police Clay Kongsai, Manipur Mail Executive Editor and Ibungo Chaubi and Dr. and Subodha attended the discussion as panelists. Speaking on the sideline, President of Indian Medical Association Manipur branch, Dr. S. Jugindro, said that the decisions highlighted the plights of doctors and health workers who have dedicated their service for the people. He expressed positivity that the event will also help in strengthening the relationship between doctors and patients party.
Doctor Singh si anaba laing matungda patient si karingba laigdaba taragadi maduda patient party amasung public sina yamna lana khanbiraga moida harassment yam kanmandana Rajasthan da yamna magun lairabi lady gynecologist ama suicide tawba yawre aduna singma sisu Manipur da suk thoktanaba akoi kari section thorang logo da ka tage habagi matangda akoi panel discussion ama tawraga matung taba step akoi lokolaga Manipur da disu masi tholo ise habisi ki bafam ti thamak bana program se senjabi.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Admission open. Unique Education, CBSE, the first CBSE and ICSE coaching center in Imphal. 5 months foundation for CBSE 9 and 10. English, Maths, Science and Social Science. 5 months foundation for CBSE and COSEM 12 Science, Physics, Chemistry, Biology and Maths. Free backup class for Mathematics. Girls hostel in the same block. Separate hostel for boys. Class on April 6, 2022. Van service available. Sega Road, Konsing Hazari Lekai, opposite Sangai Express.
Presto Personalized Wonders, Imphal da nauna hangdok jare, Hairiba sida, personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba, potlam sing, mafam sida pangbigani, ngasi maglangsin birau, Tilak Ras Enterprises, Presto, Tangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Enjoy our freshly baked products. All our products contain honey. Kohi, taste the heart of Manipur.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Sunday Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 1,054 fresh COVID-19 cases, 1,258 recoveries and 29 deaths in 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cases have declined to 11,132. Total recoveries are 4,25,02,045. Recovery rate stands at 98.76%. Death toll reaches at 5,21,685. Over 108 185 crore 70 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 49 crore 87 lakh 2,829 people. Over 62 lakh people have died and recoveries are above 44 crore 37 lakh 28,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 53 lakh 89,000 in the world. The administration of precaution dosed to the 18-plus population through preventive vaccination center to private vaccination center begins today. All those who are more than 18 years of age and have completed 9 months after the administration of second dose will be eligible for the precaution doses. According to the media report, the facility would be available in all private vaccination centers. About 96% of all the 15 population in the country have received at least one COVID-19 vaccine dose, while about 83% of the 15 population have received both doses. More than 2.4 crore precaution doses have also been administered to healthcare workers, frontline workers, and 60 population groups. Over 45% of 12 to 14 years age group have also received the first dose. The ongoing free vaccination program through government vaccination centers for the first and second dose to the eligible population, as well as precaution dose to healthcare workers, frontline workers, and 60 population will continue and will be accelerated. Convener of apex body of the Kurai Chingangbam Lekai water supply and Ton today sought cooperation from the locals to ensure early completion of construction work of a water supply scheme near Doordarshan Kendra, Imphal Porampad of Imphal East District. Speaking to media today at the Kongpal Kongkhamd Lekai Unity Club premises, and Ton said that the construction of the water supply is put on hold due to discrepancy arising regarding the allotment of land for the project. He clarified that in 2019, the site identified for the project was found to have no valid registration under any private individuals. He encouraged all concerned to clear their doubt in the matter. Ton also appealed to the government and civil society organizations concerned for intervention on the matter.
Tanai oiba look ama khangna makhoi na dokhon torga lakhibani haiduna claim program se thingjalakpa haiba pata si moina pata darni haiduna claim tawba dokhoi na thiga charu matamda pata si di hogiba 2019 da government nga cancel tawraba pata oirga le haiba post tu khoi gi khutta leijare kanamajing madu clarify oina na ba verify tawbina ba jingbi gi haiga su lakpi ba yagani wasiga mari leina na Manipur government NGO sing CSO sing tu mari leina ba vibhag sing na miyeng sangbiraga yamna athoba matamda Irekai manga aside leibiriba praja sing sahi yangkhai gi mathakta sing thakwa phangtraba sibu tang thuna phon bibda ting pangbi.
Gangmei formed Assam to Manipur and Nagaland convened a meeting today at Zalukai Mahim Namtsi in the Parend district of Nagaland. More than 80 representatives from the three states attended the meet, wherein attendees paid floral tribute to the reported leaders of the group. New office bearers of Nagaland unit were selected during the meet. The meet resolved to holding a general conference of Gangmei formed at Maitin Dai Khopum of None district on the 11th of January next year. Proscribed Pripag has slammed the announcement of a Union Home Minister Amit Saha in making Hindi subject compulsory from Class 1 to Class 10 in all the 8 Northeast states. A press release from Pripag alleged that the decision is an attempt to uproot ethnic groups in the Vashient region. The press release stressed on people in Vashient regions striving for protecting their identity and roots. All Manipur MSPDCL and MSPCL exam completed candidate 2019 drew the attention of the state government towards declaring the result of exams for recruitment of different posts in MSPDCL and MSPCL. Cookie Students Organization case or Multamt block condemned at one Michael Lamjathang of Thado Students Association to Manipur is allegedly trying to shift the proposed site of Eklavya Model Residential School in the Eld Jangnomphai village of Kangpokpi district to Gopibung village. A press release from case or Multamt block drew the attention of the Manipur government and Ministry of Tribal Affairs towards constructions of Eklavya Model Residence School at Eld Jangnomphai village. Now, the news from the world of sports. Ex-polo club Wankai has won the 37th men's state polo tournament champions title by defeating MPSC team C 7-0 in the final match played today at the Mapal Kangjibung in Imphal. Ex-polo club Wankai's Eld Tangba scored 4 goals, TH Jacob scored 2 goals, while Leshemba Takelambam scored 1 goal for the team. The winning team received a cash prize of Rs 40,000 and the rolling trophy. Runners-up team MPSC Team C received a cash award of Rs 30,000 plus the rolling trophy. Retired Lieutenant General Dr. K. Himalaya, AM the PA President Dr. K. Sarachandra, AM the PA Vice President K. Baruni and others distinguished members of AMPA attended the closing ceremony. Altogether, 8 polo teams took part in the tournament, which was organized under the aegis of All Manipur Polo Association. Gymnast Ariha Pangabamd and her coach Yumnam Ranjan of Manipur has been selected by Gymnastic Federation of India to represent India in the 17th FIG Aerobic Gymnastic World Championship to be held from June 16th to 18th at Portugal's Guimarães. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Nongthoman Biren says action will be taken for corruption-related complaints within 15 days after a complaint is lodged. World Homeopathy Day observed across the state, marking the 267th birth anniversary of Dr. Christian Frederick Samuel Hahnemann. Manipur reports 7 new COVID-19 cases for recovery and no fatality in 24 hours. COVID positive recovery rate stands at 98.42%. India added 1,054 fresh COVID-19 cases, 1,258 recoveries and 29 deaths in 24 hours. And the Christian community observed Palm Sunday across the state. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Sunday Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and always stay safe.
Khanganjava, Imphal East District ki Kairao Langdumda Laiba St. Paul English School gi Oza Lovagi interview April 10 da pangthok jagani haina tawzaramba adu khudong chadaba kharadagi lagliba April 10 ga nithoi Laibak pokpa numit ki ayuk pung 10 taba matamda pangthok jaragani loinana pri